What's going on, guys? JSGC Football here, and we are here for another video. Firstly, I want to say a happy new year to everybody. I do hope that 2024 is going to be your year. We're starting as we mean to go on here on the channel, and we're going to be continuing our tier challenge from 1 right through to 10, visiting one team from each tier of English football up and down the pyramid. We're on to part number 5, and we're going to be visiting Division 5 today, and we're going to be watching a game between AFC Fylde and Rochdale. AFC Fylde just happened to be our most local team to us, so it seems only right and fitting that we would go and cover them. So before I do crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, to subscribe. Social media links, you can go and check them out there in the description. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by Scratch Off Maps. This video is brought to you by Scratch Off Maps. Thank you very much to them for sponsoring this video. It is a brilliant map with lots of availability online that you can go and check out. So the link is in the description. They've got numerous amount of maps, including if you're wanting to follow English football, you're wanting to follow and do as many grounds in the 92. You've got maps based for the NFL over in the United States. You've got Scottish maps as well. You've got European maps, German maps for you to go and check out. So lots of variety and lots of good options. A little bit about the map. The map, very easy to scratch off. It's very accessible. You can literally just pin it up and put it literally anywhere in your room. I've even put mine on the door. I also really like the fanometer that's available on the map, where you can see how many grounds you visited and see what kind of football fan you are. I've currently done 43 of the grounds available on the map. A seasoned traveller, and I've got my eyes set this season on getting to Serious Respect section. Don't forget, you can go and check out the map. The link is in the description. Remember, if you use code JSGC10 on checkout, you'll get 10% off your order. Links and details, they're in the description. Thank you very much to Scratch Off Maps for sponsoring this video. Do go and check them out. Do go and use code JSGC10 on checkout and cop yourself 10% off as well. Please do leave a thumbs up and do let us know your thoughts in the comments below. So, AFC Fylde formed in 1988 under the name Kirkham Town and Wesham. They went right through to 2008, where they put themselves on the map by winning the FA Vars Trophy. So around the same time that they had their name changed from Kirkham and Wesham to AFC Fylde, to try and appeal to more people on the Fylde coast, to try and to support the club. Around the same time as a game where they start to have more investment and they start to show more ambition in the club as well, as they had ambitions, because I think they were sitting in tier 9 at the time that they won the FA Vars Trophy. They'd said that they wanted to be in the National League, tier 5 of English football by 2017, which they managed to achieve, and then wanted to achieve promotion to the Football League by 2022. They achieved the playoffs, back-to-back playoff appearances under David Challoner, who I think is now manager at Stockport County. They managed to reach in 2019. Yeah, the playoff final where they took on Salford City and lost. In the same season, they reached the FA Trophy final, and they played Leyton Orient, I think it was, and they managed to beat Leyton Orient. And AFC Fylde hold a little bit of history here, actually, in the non-league, as the only team to this point that has won both the FA Vars Trophy and the FA Trophy. So a little bit of history there as well. And since 2019, they've not really kicked on. As I said, they had manager David Challoner, seemed to be going in the right direction, led by striker Danny Ormerod as well. Things seem to be really on the up for Fylde. They were right on the cusp of Football League football, and then all of a sudden sold their players. Did they sack Chally?
They did, yeah. They're 16th at the time, and it just all went down. They replaced them with Jim Bentley. And then COVID struck.
Yep.
They said they'd find a little bit of form in March before the end of the season, so they got relegated on points per game, and Fylde as a club has never really recovered from that point.
No, only sealing promotion back from the National League North, which is tier 6, where we visited Chester FC back in September, covering that tier. They sealed promotion from that division last season, and back into the National League now in tier 5, and struggling down in 24th place, the bottom. I think they're 6 points adrift at the bottom. They might have a couple of games in hand on a couple of teams around them, but they're fighting in the second half of the season for every point, and it's making life very difficult for them. They're led by manager Chris Beach. They've got Nick Horton, midfielder, still at the club as well. So it'll be interesting to see what Fylde can do to try and turn this round in the second half of the season and try and make 2024 be a successful year for the football club as well. And of course, first ambition will be to try and stay in the National League and try and build upon that, which isn't an easy thing to do.
There's some big clubs.
There are some very big clubs, including today's team, Rochdale. Yeah. Coincidentally, they find themselves 9th. I think they're just a point or two away from the playoff position in the National League. Yeah. They're not too far off 4th place as well, so they're playing for points. They're unbeaten in the last 3 games, beat Fylde on Boxing Day in their last game, charging just £1 for that game at Spotland. It's £12 for this game, the return match at Mill Farm, where today's game is going to be taking place. So it's a big game both at the bottom of the table for Fylde and towards the top for Rochdale as well, who coincidentally they were relegated last season, sitting in Tier 4 of League 2 here in England. So interesting for both teams. They only have a bit of history I want to dip into before Aaron will take over with lots of little interesting facts as we make our way around the Fylde coast and show you some interesting stuff to do with AFC Fylde. They did recently move into their new complex, their 6,000 capacity stadium known as Mill Farm. Cost £18 million to build. They've recently put in a new North Stand. I've not been in the North Stand, so we've been to a Fylde game before. Yeah. That was abandoned. I think it was against Maidstone. It was against. That was abandoned just after half time. So I'm hoping the weather looks okay today that we will be able to do that. Aaron's managed to get himself down to a Fylde game as well. So yeah, it's familiar territory for us. Looking forward to it. Should be a really good game of football. Looking forward to checking out the facilities. You've got Bradley's Bar, got a club shop, new North Stand, got the training complex there at Mill Farm. They've got training pitches as well.
The hockey place there as well, Fylde hockey.
It's smart. There's eating really establishments, drinking establishments, fast food outlets. The whole shebang, it's all there, and it's very close proximity to the M55 motorway, linking both Blackpool and Preston to the rest of the country as well. Very interesting team. A lot of people don't like AFC Fylde, and Aaron's going to dip into that more about what may make AFC Fylde the most hated team in non-league. Just want to briefly mention the opponents Rochdale formed in 1907, one of the biggest teams in the non-league, led by manager James McNulty. As I said, currently find themselves 9th in the National League. They're just a point behind 7th place in a playoff spot, 4 points off 4th, miles behind automatic promotion and Chesterfield sitting at the top. They're quite a bit behind 2nd and 3rd as well, so it's looking like if they do make the playoffs, they're not going to have home advantage when it comes to the latter parts of the playoffs if they do end up making it, unless they can put a run together. Who knows? That's the joy of football. As I said, unbeaten in the last 3 games. Did beat AFC Fylde on Boxing Day in their last game at Spotland by 2-0. They'll take confidence from that. So today's question is, what can AFC Fylde do now that they've got home advantage in this game? And AFC Fylde not won a game since the 28th of October. Staring relegation in the face at the moment. It's a massive final push towards the end of the season. Just over halfway through the season. What can they do about trying to stay in Tier 5 of the English football pyramid? So, we're going to go and check out, I hope my pronunciation's right, Kellamergh Park, which is where AFC Fylde used to play in their old stadium before they moved to Mill Farm. I think they use it, I'm not too sure if they use it for a training facility or they use it for their reserve team and their youth sides to play football at. We'll see. We'll go and see what's down there. They have got a pub down there that I'm looking forward to checking out. The Birley Arms, Aaron tells me. We're going to check out Bradley's Bar. We're going to get some great drone footage, so really looking forward to it. That's all the history side of stuff done. Aaron's now going to dip in when we get into the car as to why AFC Fylde may just be the most hated team in non-league.
So with that, we're just going to ask the questions. We'll say are they the most hated club in non-league? And is that a fair assessment of AFC Fylde themselves? So with Fylde, they're no stranger to controversies. Got to say, with controversial tweets, got to say job applications, as that really got it going a few years ago. It's got to say high job turnover. I think it is controversial because they're like not looking for people that do the school run. It's, who are they to dictate what times you do? Who really wants to work for a place like that? But is it a fair assessment? It's Fylde changed ways. He's a very passionate man, to say the owner like that. Very controversial, to say he loves his opinions. To say very with Fylde, like with Theresa May. To say going back to 2017 when they put up that billboard, if you remember, Jay.
I do, yeah.
We back here. To say very Brexiteerian. They've even had Nigel Farage at Mill Farm, which has caused more controversy. But I think with Fylde, what it comes down to, with why they hated so much, was the plan where they rubbed it in everyone's face of 2022 we will win the Football League, stop us if you can, and they have been stopped. They did not manage to meet that target, which every non-league club laughed in their face for it as well. As it's a bit like the British mentality. What do you think, Jade? Because it's a bit like Manchester City, PSG, like that. People are frightened of success, especially when the cities who haven't earned it, they call them money bags.
Oh yeah.
They're doing the controversial way. But there's been a few clubs like that, because they've bought the way throughout the division. And so the highest irony is it's Salford City that stopped Fylde achieving their dream, because they massively bankrolled from 6x9 players and, of course, the Valencia owner.
They remind me of Fleetwood Town.
Yes, in fact, Fleetwood, they're hated as well back in the day. Remember them?
Yep.
Absolutely hated for splashing the cash.
Yep.
Forest Green Rovers, Sutton United, there's loads of clubs that are bankrolled. It's getting harder. Wrexham, you can accuse of it as well. But that is the way of the world, without especially for a club that's averaging just over 1,000, how else will they attract this type of talent? They're not bankrolled as much as what they were, and it shows as the rock bottom of the National League. Well, we'll see whether Fylde can do something today. So I think with Fylde, what they never recovered was from Blackpool and Preston recovering. At the time, it's the Oystons, if you remember, Blackpool was hoping to attract some of the audience, but when the Oystons left, because then they got Simon Sadler, because the tendencies returned to Blackpool FC, so they couldn't really capture their audience, and then Preston got promoted to the Championship, which we've stayed ever since. This is our 9th season, so they're not really managed to gain any of their audiences. It's got two giant Football League clubs right on their doorstep, so they've got all to do is same predicament as Fleetwood. Well, this is AFC Fylde, so let's see if this is a true assessment, if they are really hated. But I've always enjoyed my time at Mill Farm and the club.
Training centre. Now used as their training centre. It's not too far off Ray Green, which is a little bit outside of Kirkham, middle of the country lanes, not much around. I can safely confirm that where AFC Fylde play now at Mill Farm, much more near civilization, near Kirkham town centre. There's lots of drinking establishments around where you can go and check out some of the branded pubs. You've also got some more traditional local pubs that you can go and check around, and most importantly, you've got train connections and near the motorway as well. So Mill Farm, to me, in a much better location than where Kellamergh Park is. We can't go and have a look at it as it is private property, but we are going to get the drone up just so we can go and have a look at their old ground. We'll go and have a quick drink in the Birley Arms as well, and then we're going to head to Fylde. We're going to get the drone up there, then we're going to go and check out Bradley's bar, which is attached to the ground. So, let's get the drone up. There goes the drone. Up it goes. To the Birley Arms then here at Kellamergh Park. Well, we're going to have our first drink of the day. We're on half pints as we're slightly behind Skedge. So I'm just on half a pint of Aspel, one of my favourites. Are already onto a winner. Aaron's on half a pint of dark fruits, £4.95 for these two. How does it taste?
Tastes nice.
Standard dark fruits. Score it.
Standard dark fruits. But you can never go too far. I'm one of those people who likes the dark fruits, so 7 out of 10.
I like the little cube glass.
Very cute, but Aspel, I don't think you can beat it.
Oh yeah, nice crisp cool pint. 8 out of 10. Happy New Year, Aaron.
Happy New Year.
Tremendous success from 2023. Hope to continue that in 2024. Yep. Two stars on the badge. No 2022 on the sleeve anymore. Sleeve sponsor of Rustler. Main stand here. Bradley's bar. Just there. Far end. Towards the home fans because the away fans are to the back of us. Bradley's bar. Still after that, hashtag Project EFL. Nice little plastic cup that the drinks come in though. Gone for a half of Aspel again. 2 halves, £6.40 this time, £3.20 for a half a pint.
Bit more expensive side, but Bradley's bar, it's a really, really nice little bar. Because I've also enjoyed our time.
Loads of screens available. It's great during like tournaments, European Championships in the summer. You've got a fair bit of time, sun's out, coming here. Loads of screens everywhere. Decent little club supporters bar. I don't know if it's home fans only just for today or all the time.
I think they've had away fans in before.
I think it's just because Rochdale are probably bringing big numbers. But it's home fans only today. Right, how does it taste?
It's very nice. Hopefully 3 points for Fylde. They need it.
There was a nice crisp pint at the Birley Arms where Kellamergh Park was. Nice and crisp here as well, very nice, 8 out of 10. Right, we're going to go and head into the north stand, the new stand, see what's happening in there. I've been told there's another bar in there. We'll go and check that out. We're playing it mightily fine. It's 9 minutes to kick off, 8 minutes to kick off now. It's plenty of time. Anyone that's watched our stuff before will know that's plenty of time for us. So we'll go and check that out, and of course, like we always do with our video, we'll be rating today's game and experience based on atmosphere in the stadium, value for money, and also food and drink. Cheers. Hoping Fylde will score a goal. I really hope they get something. So I'm going to be nice and positive for them, and hopefully with a good luck charm, 2-1 Fylde. My head's telling me probably 2-0 Rochdale again, but I'm going 2-1 Fylde.
So I'm back in Joe's score. I was going to say, my heart's telling me, just for Fylde, they need a win today. So 2-1 Fylde, but my head's telling me 2-0 Rochdale.
Same as Boxing Day at Scotland.
Yeah. But hopefully Fylde will turn up, because they're on the home ground. Hopefully we'll see a good game of football.
Big game for both teams, this.
It is, and then Rochdale brought a fair few down as well. So hopefully it'll be a good atmosphere as well.
Now 7 minutes to kick off. How we go about visiting this place and the bar in the north stand, and maybe make it for kick-off is by doing this. Saracens just lost 2-0 in the early kick-off against Sunderland. Not very happy at all. On mobile tickets today. Walking into the North Stand, there's the stadium. Made it just in time for kick-off. We'll go and explore that bar around 10-15 minutes into the game. Once the game started to settle in. I feel like the 2023 Aaron and Jason would have got down to that bar in time and got another drink in time for kick-off.
Slowed down.
New Year, new us. New Year's Day. More than 1,000 there from Rochdale. We've got a little bit of the main stand over there as well. Fair credit to them. Scoreboard ready. We do have kick-off. Come on, Fylde.
Now the stadium.
Minutes in here, no real opportunities, nothing really to talk about. We have a drummer, a little bit of atmosphere. Other than that though, not really too much to report on. Who's the Aaron?
I think Fylde a bit happier ones because they're both trying to figure each other out. Slow tempo, not a lot to tell you apart from maybe one decent chance Fylde.
I reckon they might be pretty happy with a 0-0. Point. Very deep. Concourse. Nice and modern this. Nice and modern. I like it. Oh, Sky Sports News on full show. This is special. It's football. You've got your food. There's your drinks. How does your £5 pint of Peroni taste?
That's quick.
Yep.
Simple. And to me, I don't mind it.
Out of 10.
7.
I'm just on a Coke. Nothing interesting. I get to keep the lid and it comes off. What a winner. Kudos to Fylde. I think this might be in the North Stand my favourite ever concourse that I've been on. I've been to plenty of Premier League, Championship, League 1, League 2 grounds. I've been to a lot of football grounds. I think we must be approaching, we're in the 40s and doing the 92. We've been to several non-league grounds as well. And this, in terms of a concourse, the setup and everything, is nothing short of absolutely brilliant, in my honest opinion. Also, 3 refills for the under-12s. Most hated non-league club. I'm not so sure about that. You?
Sure, I know.
In the midst of all that, it was half-time, 0-0, nothing to report on. Was just watching dart sensation Luke Littler.
Where else can you do that? Watch a dart.
I love it. Annihilating Brendan Dolan in the quarter-final of the World Championships. We've got some food. Go on then.
Take an ale pie.
£4.
£4.
Steak and ale pie.
Better than I thought. As it's already pre-prepared. As expecting the worst, but it's not bad.
Out of 10?
I think a solid 6.5 out of 10.
Cool. I think I'm going to give the drinks 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Which gives a 7.5 out of 10 for the food and drink here. Yeah?
Yeah.
AFC Fylde, North Stand. You've been.
JSGC.
Out for the corner. Best chance for Fylde of the game so far remains 0-0 here in the 54th minute. Finish tucked into the back of the net. It's been a game of few opportunities. Fylde find that all-important opening goal. And they hang on and get what could be a crucial 3 points. Thoughts on that, Aaron?
Yeah, it's got a little through bus because he had a lot to do with that finish and could lose lots of past the goalkeeper. Personally, I think the goalkeeper should be doing better. We did a little bit disappointed, but I'll take nothing away.
Ormerod with a goal for Fylde. Look what that does for the live league table for Fylde. Off the bottom has scored stand, and all of a sudden 4 points behind. Just try and stay up. Rochdale down into 11th. Massive second goal here. Bit of a mess at the back. A real mess at the back there from Rochdale. Couldn't clear the corner. I mean, it just cleared onto his shin and into the back of the net. 2-0 Fylde. Massive second goal. Are they on course for 3 points? Rochdale, what's happening?
Second goal for Ormerod.
Right to the opposite end of the pitch, you just see there's a fair amount of medical attention there for one of the Rochdale players. Just went in with a heavy challenge on the Fylde players. Rochdale fans not happy about it. Wasn't penalised. Seems quite serious. All the way over there, so I couldn't see what was happening. Hopefully they're okay. Game's been stopped. I'm not too sure what's going on. Just see the referee go down the tunnel. I'm not sure what's going on. Players look like they're just making their way down the tunnel. I'm not too sure what's going on. I'm not too sure if it's something to do with the injury over here that will stop the game. I'm not sure. Rochdale fans really not happy here. One of the Rochdale players has gone down seriously injured. They've stopped the game serious as well. There's a speedy recovery to the player that's gone down there. Very serious. Applause right around the stadium. Stretch it off. Rochdale out warming up. Officials are out to do their warm up. Not sure where the Fylde players are though. They're in Fylde now, making their way out. Play will resume. Camera's not really picking up the scoreboard, but it says it's on the 88th minute. There'll be about 15 minutes added on here, maybe more.
Stop the clock. Why keep the clock keep running like that? I was going to say to add 10-15 minutes. Stop it.
I think for a serious injury though.
Yeah.
We had around a 10-minute stoppage and there's 20 minutes added on here. The camera can't pick it up, it says 20, there's 20 minutes. I've never seen a 20-minute stoppage before. There we go, that concludes today's video with us visiting AFC Fylde and of course our 5th team to go and visit in our Tier 10 challenge of the English Football Pyramid. To rate our experience today, we're going to start with the food and drink, which we have agreed to give a 7.5 out of 10. Following on from that, value for money, tickets for today cost £12. Had we been at the match at Scotland on Boxing Day, £1, would be getting a 10 out of 10. £12, non-league football, pretty good game of football, I thought, for a National League game. Saw a couple of goals in what was a game of pretty few opportunities, but Fylde pretty clinical in front of goal. I thought probably is a fair reflection, to be honest, on the price. So I think I'm going to stick with a 6 out of 10, and I'm mainly sticking it at a 6 out of 10 because I thought, you know, it's a pretty good price. Food and drink, in particular around the stadium and on the concourse and everything's pretty much your generic prices, you know, pints, £4.50, £5, which is what it's like in a lot of football stadia. So I didn't think it was anything too stand out. So I think I'm just going to call it on a 6 out of 10 there for value for money. And finally, on atmosphere today, for a non-league match, you know, I thought pretty good atmosphere. It will come across as being pretty flat considering Rochdale brought, what was it, somewhere between 1,000 to 2,000 fans making some noise behind the goal, having a little bit of the main stand as well. There was a little bit of atmosphere floating around. There was a few chants going round. Sometimes you don't get that at non-league games, so I didn't think the atmosphere was too bad. Could it be better? Of course it could be better. Could it be worse? I think it could be a lot worse as well, because I've been to non-league games where there's literally just, you can hear what every single player is saying to each other, which sometimes adds to the fun of it. So again, I think I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 for the atmosphere today and given an overall score of 20.5 out of 30 and a score of just under 7 out of 10, which I don't think is a bad score at all. And if you are wanting to go and visit AFC Fylde at any point, I would fully recommend it. So that is us potentially visiting what is notorious for being one of the most hated clubs in the non-league. I personally, for my own opinion, think the reputation is harsh on AFC Fylde. You know, they get funded for, they're a club that have shown ambition, and at the end of the day, if you are a team that sits in Tier 9, Tier 8, and you want to be able to make it towards the Football League, it is going to take ambition, it is going to take funding, and it is going to take investment, because that, at the end of the day, is just how football is. AFC Fylde won't be the only team that go down this route. I think I like to look at the ambition that's been shown by the club, and I think at the end of the day, they're adding something extra for the community there in Fylde, which I'm sure will create a little bit of debate, because people like to keep all the fields around Fylde all nice and crisp and nice and green, but it's nice to see a little bit of investment going into the local area and creating some good job opportunities in there. Of course, a video for another day speaking about the club, how it's ran, the decisions that are made, the high turnover of jobs, staff treatment, statements coming out, the support of political parties, etc, etc. I'll try and look at things from a fair perspective and try and keep things as civil as possible. So I'm going to go on record and say I really enjoyed my day out at AFC Fylde today, and I would recommend, if anybody's interested in going to check it out, to go and do so as well. That concourse on the North Stand, one of the best that I've ever seen anywhere. So kudos to AFC Fylde. I want to say a big thank you to you guys for watching, for supporting the video. Much appreciated. Do leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below. Do subscribe. We've got plenty more football vlogs to come for you guys to enjoy. Also, don't forget social media links. They're in the description if you want to go and check out our social media. Don't forget, on a final note, to go and check out today's video sponsor, Scratch Off Maps. You can find the links and details there in the description. Remember, use code JSGC10 on checkout and cop yourself 10% off your order. And I'll see you all again real soon for the next video. So I've been JSGC Football. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.